Thank you all for your patience this morning. It's been a different kind of day here, but we wanted to give you an opportunity, as we regularly do every week, for a few questions if there are any. Yep, back.
What exactly should the Biden administration do differently in Israel right now to handle the situation better? And what's your plan to avert a government shutdown in this country?
Well, as you know, we passed a bipartisan Israel support measure, which is exactly at the level that was requested by the White House and Israel. $14.5 billion. We included a pay-for, and unfortunately, some of our Senate Democrat friends have taken issue with that. What our point has been, and what we are requesting, urging the White House and the Senate Democrats to do, is to complete that package and get it over the line so that we can get Israel the support and assistance it needs. I mentioned I spoke to Prime Minister Netanyahu on the phone a week ago and told him we would be there for him. About 24 hours ago, I spoke with my counterpart, the Speaker of the Knesset, and told him the same. We're resolved to help, and we want to do that, and House Republicans have done our part. With regard to the funding of the government, we're working earnestly on that. We certainly want to avoid a government shutdown. It's a dangerous time around the world right now. We recognize that, and we're doing our job. So we had a very, I would call it a refreshing, constructive family conversation in our House Republican Conference meeting an hour ago. Very deliberate, positive discussions about the many options that are on the table, and we'll be revealing what our plan is in short order.
The United States has increased its military presence in the Middle East waters, in particular the strike groups and even submarines. Do you think that's enough of a deterrence to prevent this from spreading?
Well, we hope so. I mean, I believe what we're trying to do is send a strong signal. We stand with Israel, and this conflict does not need to escalate. You know, again, the stories that you've heard and many others that we've all heard are so staggering what they're doing to innocent civilians. And this is clearly, as we said so many times, good versus evil. The United States stands with the good, and we're going to stand with Israel, and that show of force, I think, is intentional and appropriate.
Do you plan, obviously, the package y'all passed, the Senate doesn't want to pass it. Would you attach Israel aid to kind of any CR that comes out of the House? Is that
well, I'm not going to tell you what the CR will entail yet, but I will tell you that we are urging consistently and very appropriately to get Israel done and finished. It's an urgent necessity. You know, some of our Senate colleagues took issue with the pay-for that we put in there, but I made the point that we can take care of our allies and obligations and get our own fiscal house in order. Don't forget, we have a $33.6 trillion federal debt. The Treasury Department under the Biden administration said a little more than a week ago that we are going to need to borrow more than $1.5 trillion over the next 2 quarters to keep our government in operation. And we have to do these things simultaneously, and I believe we can. So we're urging that support.